Alrighty, we are back here at Lore and Libations. It's been a little while since we finished up Amnesia: A Machine for Pigs, um, and I thought it was time to start back up. Um, it's getting a hankering to play something, not sure what. You've got a wheel to decide that for us, but we will see what we got going on. So. Um, First things first, I wanted to do a little bit of a nice little spreadsheet here to take down some notes on what I thought about these games as I played them. You'll notice there are a lot of games here. There are 50 currently on here. Not all 50 of those are on the picker wheel up here, which we'll get to in a little while, because I don't think all of these games probably fulfill the criteria in my head of what a good Lore and Libations game is. These were just the games that I thought could be fun to play and might be fun to learn more about the lore of. I took some, like, all the Batman games are off the list right now. I felt it was a little bit too soon after the Batman project from Didactic Jam to jump back into Batman myself. We need a little bit more of a break. I wasn't feeling a Batman game at this point. And then also anything that's a sequel I took off the list as well. Because if we're going to learn the lore, we got to play the games in order, obviously. Yeah, maybe next decade. Yeah, you're not, yeah. Maybe next decade. We need some time from Batman. We need some time from Batman for sure. But we got a good number of games here. We'll see what we got going on. But let's rate some stuff first, and then we'll kind of talk through these, look at the wheel, and I will take some suggestions from chat to see if there's games that I have on the wheel that you don't think fit what we've been doing so far, or what a chill lore game sounds like to you. But let's go ahead and start off. Start off with game number one. First game of of Lore and Libations. We're not calling it a game project because it's not a game project. It's just a fun stream thing. We've got Gone Home. Chill vibes. Was Gone Home chill? And we're rating everything out of 5. You can see the rating scale over here on the side, and then thoughts buzzing in my head. Well, if we're talking about Lore and Libations, we're probably going to be a little bit buzzed after the game's over. So, in reality, I should have done these, as the game was finishing, but I didn't, so we'll try and do that more in the future. Chill vibes. Was Gone Home chill? Yes, I think it was incredibly chill, mostly, except for the angst and internal anxiety that game brought out in the entire thing. I loved it. It cemented my love of walking simulators after playing what Edith Finch. I can't think of the first half of the name of the game, but that was my first full walking sim that I ever played the way through, and then Gone Home just was great. I loved it. Well, I guess I played that Dragon Cancer years ago, but that was a long time ago, and I don't really remember that game at all. So we're gonna give this I think we're gonna give it a 4 on chill vibes, because it was definitely chill, but there were moments of anxiety and worry throughout the whole thing of how is this gonna end? Is there gonna be self-harm as a part of it? And there was always that underlying current of, ooh, how's this gonna go? So music and sound. I think the music and sound of the game was on point. The soundtrack of the game, incredibly 90s grunge. How you learn the soundtrack of the game by finding all of the different tapes that your sister listened to throughout her time in the house was a really, really cool mechanic that I thought was brilliant. And I've gone back and listened to that soundtrack many times just as I've been working. So that's going to get a 5 for soundtrack for me. It's a top tier game soundtrack in my mind, I think, at this point. Feelings. Did this game cause me to have feelings? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it did. There were a number of feelings in this game. The love between The sisters obviously being number one. The questioning and the anxiety that the game brought out of what did happen to your family? Where is your sister? Why aren't your parents here? What's going on? This creepy house is creepy. Also, who's this weird uncle that no one talks about and you have to find out things through? So I think feelings is a definite 5. The feelings in this game were off the charts for me, I think. And because Nico had to leave multiple times because there were just so many feelings in the game. Has to be a 5. If Nico has to leave the stream multiple times because there's too many feelings, it's got to be a 5. Lore. Did this game have a ton of lore? Yes and no. I think on a strict basis of, like, is there more to dig into with this game? Is there a world that exists outside of it that we could have talked about on stream? All that kind of stuff. No, but the game wasn't built for that. It was definitely built to do the story of these sisters and of your sister in particular, and of how she learned who she was and grew, and then decided that for her to be herself, she couldn't be there anymore. So I don't think that's lore exactly. It is in a way, but it's not exactly what lore encapsulates to me, I don't think. So I'm gonna probably give it like a 2.5. Like, there was some stuff that, like, the story of this game is rich and the family life of it is complex, and you peel away the story as you go, like an onion, one might say. But it's definitely one of those games where once you have played it once, it's a game that like What Became of Edith Finch, is one that I would watch my friends play to see their reactions to how the game plays out. But I don't know necessarily that it's one that I feel a distinct need to play again immediately or to dive deep into that world. But I think the story of that family is incredibly touching and has definitely stuck with me. So, question of, did this game stick with me? Yeah, definitely. I've continued to listen to the soundtrack. I've continued to think about the game. I have told a couple other friends about it, and have in non-spoilery terms have told them that they should play it, and have told them that if they play it and stream it, I will be there with them the whole step of the way. So yes, this game has 100% stuck with me. I'm gonna probably give it a 4.5 for stuck with me for sure. Because it's not like I think about it every single day, but I definitely think about it a couple times a week. Still, just because it's so good. So 4.25 overall out of 5. I think that's great. It's probably a little bit low because of lore, and I think that's okay. I think that's a kind of natural weighting of this lore and libations thing. I do think it's a game that will stick with me for a long time, and I will remember. 4.25, maybe a little low, but you know what? I think it's fine with where it is. Thoughts buzzing in my head after that game. Oh man, I wish I would have filled this out then or at some point during it, because I don't know. Let's see. Probably I'm gonna say creepy uncles and younger sisters make for, nope, not gonna say that. Creepy uncles and finding yourself makes for one heck of a story. Also, I don't know why this is all bold. Please don't be bold anymore. I don't want you to be bold. All right. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good overall reminder of how much I loved that game. Um, yeah. All right. Let's move on to our second game. Amnesia: A Machine for Pigs. Chill vibes. Abso-freaking-lutely not. This game was not chill. It had zero chill. Zero chill here. It was just all the time anxiety and worry, and God, it was great. Loved that about it, but it was just all the time anxiety. It was just unchill. It was the unchillest of games. So now rating this out of 5 for how chill it was a 0.5 chill, because it could be less chill. I'm not going to give it a 0 because it's not like I want to die. It was the most scary game I've ever played. It definitely wasn't that, but it was incredibly unchill, and just the feeling of concern around every corner, the way in which the game subtly wove its narrative throughout with anxiety, and you're learning the story with the protagonist who is incredibly insane and also uncovering his insanity at the same time, was just super unchill. From the moment you wake up, you wake up in a cage bed. I think that tells us how chill it is. You're in a cage bed. Your children have cage beds. Everyone in your family has cage beds. Incredibly unchill. Music and sound. There wasn't a ton of music in the game, honestly. It was very understated. The sound design was really good, I think. You heard every squeak and footfall, and every door that you opened simply added to the sense of dread. The sounds of the factory and the machines as you began to go deeper and deeper underground, and the pigmen, it was just all there to build the dread, and they did a fantastic job building out the dread. This is a no, this is not a Steam library game rating. Shut up. There's more than just Steam. This is just everything that I think we might play at some point, and like basically I pulled all my games because they all have lore, but we're not going to rate all of them. I'll remove them at some point. Hell yeah, it is. Yeah, just saw the word Batman. Yeah, you missed it. Batman games not on the wheel. We're not playing Batman. Don't worry. We don't have to worry about that right now. No Batman, because I also wanted some time away from the bat. So music and sound, I think for this is probably going to be like it's going to be a 4. Because it was great. It added to the dread, but there wasn't a ton of background music, which I think was an intentional choice on their part, and I'm okay with that. You hope I roll Doom? Yeah, I kind of want to play Doom. I'll definitely play it at some point. I feel like that'd be really fun. I've also got Wolfenstein on here. I played Wolfenstein: The New Order a number of years ago. I played like a couple hours of it. Really thought it was super fun. It was a blast. We'll see what else we got. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on here. I think there's a lot of good choices. I've never played Shadow of the Colossus. I think that one might be kind of fun to pull. Alan Wake, I think, would obviously be really, really fun to pull. Inscription, I've heard really, really good things about, as far as like it's a phenomenal game. It's a deck builder, I think. So it's a little bit outside of games that I would typically play. But I've just heard such great things about it, and it was on Steam sale at one point for like $2, and I was like, this won like multiple games of the year, and the artwork looks amazing, so I'll buy it. Who knows if I'll ever play it. Halo, I mean, come on. The lore of Halo is Halo. It's awesome. Yeah, we got a lot of interesting options here. I think we'll see what it pulls. There's one or two that, like, if it pulls Skyrim, I'll be honest, we might not play the whole thing of Skyrim, because that's a long game, and I don't think I want to play all of Skyrim. At least on stream. If I get into it, I totally would, but gonna tell you a gaming secret. I've only played like the first hour of Skyrim, and I was not blown away. It was fine, but it was like, I don't get it. I've never played Skyrim the whole way through, and I know that is a gaming sin because it is on every single console from the beginning of time to the end of time and will never stop. Same thing with, like, I want to like Fallout. I really, really want to like Fallout. I think it's just the open worldness of those games hits the part of my brain that I'm like, this world is too big and I will never finish it, so I get lost and don't want to play it anymore. Like Fallout 4, great. As soon as they introduce building, I never want to play that game again because I don't want to touch it. I hate building in games. It is my least favorite thing. I don't understand why it is there. It is not fun for me. I don't want it. So I'm like, I will never build you a settlement. No, all of your people will die. But we'll see what we get. Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs. Were there feelings? Yes. Yes, there were feelings. You have to find your children and see what happened to them and learn what happened to your children, and your wife is dead. And need I repeat, you wake up in a bed that is surrounded by a cage, and your children sleep in cage beds. And then you have to figure out what's going on from there. That game is buck wild, and it only gets weirder. Yeah, there are a lot of feelings in this game. It's going to get a 4. Not a 5, not as many feelings as Gone Home. They're different feelings. DJ, you should totally watch this game. The game's nuts. It's bonkers. It's also fun dark watch because I get spooked a lot and it's very fun. There are times when I jump out of my seat. It's great. Watch it. I don't want to spoil it for you. Lore in Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs. It is literally lore the game. You are walking through a world and there is so much stuff to pick up that I didn't find everything. And I got done and thought, man, do I want to look up a guide to find everything? I kind of did. And then I thought, no, I'm better than this. I won't do that. Because there were so many letters and notes and little music box songs, and there was so much lore. It was great. I got to read a ton of stuff. It was very fun. For lore, it gets a 5. Has it stuck with me? Honestly, I thought it was going to stick with me a lot more than it did. It stuck with me, like, some of the big moments have stuck with me. The pigmen are still creepy to me. It hasn't stuck with me as much as Gone Home, I would say. But some of the bigger moments are there, and some of the, like, more, some of the twists, I guess I would say, the larger narrative moments have definitely stuck with me. And just the ambiance of the game, I would say, has stuck with me. So I think I'm going to give it like a 3. It's not like I think about it every week, but sometimes I think about it and think, man, that was a good game. Also a creepy game. Great game. But it hasn't stuck all the way with me. Wow. That is 1.75. That's not great. That is not correct. I mean, it is, but that doesn't feel like how much I cared about that game, I would say. That doesn't reflect it, because I think the Chill Vibes is really throwing that off, that's for sure. Yeah, Chill Vibes is throwing that off a lot. Don't worry about my lights if you see them flickering. My lights just flicker sometimes when my AC pops on, and it's so hot here today. I can't live without an AC. So, yeah, that'll happen. Oh, and the libation today is just a rum and coke. Or not a rum and coke, it's a rum and ginger beer. It's a dark and stormy. It's great. It's hot. It feels like a summer drink to me. It's good. Um, thoughts buzzing in my head. Pigman and the end of the world. Yeah. Also, my boys. That man and his children. His crazy, crazy children. Not a great father, I would probably say. I think it's yeah, I think I can say that one pretty clearly. Not a great that dude is not a good father. Mandibus is a bad dad. Tried to be good, didn't end up being a good dad. Ended up being just about as bad of a dad as you could be. It's not a good move. Yeah, not a good father. Great businessman though. Really great businessman. If you want an oil baron or a tycoon to do his job, do it well, you should hire that guy because he'll bust the hell out of your trusts. Well, he won't bust the hell out of your trusts. He'll build the hell out of a new trust. He will become the new Standard Oil because he basically was, which was cool. Okay, yeah, I think that's honestly lower than I want it to be. I think I'm gonna bump this up. It was not chill. We know that it was not chill. I'm gonna make it more like a 2 and see how that changes it. 2.5? That's even... That's more correct, I guess. A 3 is better. We'll see. I may need to weight some of this stuff. I didn't really dig into weighting all of these. I may need to weight, like, the chill vibes to be lower if I want this to function better, and then maybe if it's stuck with me, weight that a little bit higher. I haven't built that part out yet. But yeah, those are the 2 games we played so far. Let's look at our picker wheel and talk about what we got on here. I'm intrigued to see what you guys think. There are a lot of games on here, obviously. Um, let's see what we got here. It's all in alphabetical order because that's just easiest in my head. We've got Bastion, which I feel like that could be a really good game to play. That would be fun to pull. Bioshock would be really, really fun to pull. I feel like if we play Bioshock, then we have to play Bioshock 2 and Bioshock Infinite for the lore. I've played Bioshock a little bit. I played it for a couple hours years ago. Really, really liked it. Spooky. Would feel like it was in line with coming from Amnesia a little bit, kind of continuing the horror vibes a little bit would be fun. Cult of the Lamb feels like a game that I really want to play. Also might be a game that I actually don't like at all because of the, like, group mechanic stuff that you have to do and all of that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I like it. Cuphead, love it. Know that I love it. Know that I would rage. It would be fun. Would be interesting to learn, like... I think if we did Cuphead, I would probably do some deep dives into, like, old school animation and look into that kind of stuff and come prepared with some stuff on old school animation, and that would be really fun as someone who loves Disney and someone who loves old animation. That would be a lot of fun, I think, especially with Epic Mickey Rebrushed coming out this year, which I am super excited for. That one will immediately go on Lore and Libations. It will go on the list once it comes out and once I buy it. I don't know when I'll buy it. Maybe I'll get it immediately. I don't know. We'll see. Probably not. I should save some money at some point in my life and not just buy things. I need to break the Senate cycle. Darksiders, I don't really know anything about it other than, like, you play as the, like, war, I think? You play as, like, the the Horseman, the one of the four Horsemen of the Apocalypse War, I believe. It looks cool, and I own it. I know I bought it at some point, and I know that DJ and Nico love it and have both like it a lot. Doom is Doom. There's demons. You're Doom guy. Kill demons would be fun. Skyrim, it's Skyrim. We all know what Skyrim is. Gotham Knights. We're not gonna do Batman yet. We're gonna chill on Batman. Halo. I mean, if we play Halo, we play Halo. Awesome. I love Halo. It's fun. I would play Halo in a heartbeat. Hand with Many Fingers. This is a game that may be terrible on stream. May also be not that bad. It is basically CIA Archive the Simulator. You are an archivist in front of a pegboard. You have to unravel this mystery in the 1980s and figure out what happened. It's pretty short. I think it's a game you can beat in 2 to 3 hours max. But it's, again, another lore the game. You're literally walking through an archive, putting things up on a pegboard, putting red string between them. I love it. It sounds amazing. I really want to play it. But it may not be fun to watch. I don't know. Hi-Fi Rush, I put it on here because, I don't know, it looks really fun. I don't know if it fits the style of what I'm going for. We've only played 2 games. I don't really know what it is I'm going for. I think it would just be fun to play. And I feel like playing a rhythm fighting game, but not like fighting game community game. Like rhythm game, rhythm action game, a little buzzed. Could lead to some really annoyed Senate. Because my fingers won't do what I want them to do, and that can always be fun on stream. Hitman is just fun. It's just a fun game. I like Hitman. I would totally play Hitman. Hotline Miami. I don't know. This one I'm not sure about. I don't know if I think Hotline Miami should be on here. I don't think it's going to get pulled, but we'll keep it on here just in case. Inscription. It seems amazing. People love it. It's outside of my field of really knowledge, even what it is, other than a deck building game. I don't really know anything more about it than that. But it looks cool, and it sounds like it's a game within a game, which is one of my favorite things, so I'm into that. Life is Strange. I mean, I've watched the whole thing. I've never played it. I know the game. I know it pretty well. Feel like it'd be fun to play. Myself, buzzed. Because it's Life is Strange, and I freaking love that game. It's amazing. Outer Wilds, this is another game that I really, really am excited to play at some point. It's incredibly chill. To say anything more about it other than there are banjos and you're flying a spaceship would be a disservice from what I have heard. That's basically all that I'll say, and that's really all that I know. Yeah, you're flying a spaceship kind of primitively. There are banjos. It sounds chill as hell, and I'm into it. Portal. It's Portal. It's chill as hell, fun puzzle game that you get berated in by an AI who doesn't love GLaDOS. Psychonauts could be fun. Game is old. Doesn't look good. Probably would want to find a mod pack to put it in some sort of HD remaster, remake, some sort of HD texture pack, because the game looks rough. It's not great. I would need a mod for sure, but that would be fun. I think it's an interesting game, and it's, from the bit that I've played, it is wild and kooky and a lot of fun. Pyre feels like a game that I would love to play. It's super giant. Do I need to say more? Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. There's a part of me that hopes that this game gets picked. There's a part of me that hopes this game never gets picked because I know I'll be horrible at it. Yeah, could be fun. I'm going to be terrible at it when it gets picked, but we got to grind through it, I guess. Transistor, again, it's super giant. That's all I got to say. Hades, the game has a literal instruction book in the game that's written in a language that you decipher in the game. That's lore, baby. That's a 5 off the bat. Witcher 3, the game's massive. There's tons of lore. And you get to fight monsters. Sick. I'm into it. Yes, please. Wolfenstein, it's Wolfenstein. Return of the Obra Dinn. It is a super cool looking mystery game where you're trying to figure out what happened to the ship that disappeared. And then it returns on the harbor and everyone is dead. It's pointillism, I think, is what it looks like, I want to say. Like little dot. Everything's made of little dots. It looks gorgeous. And it would be really, really fun to play. Control. I've played Control a lot. It's one of my probably top 10 favorite games as an X-Files fan, as a fan of that genre in general, as a lover of the Monster of the Week TTRPG, a lover of Fringe. It pushes all of my buttons and then some. I love this game. I've never beaten it on stream. That would be fun to play the whole way through, and I think it'd be a good time. But I have streamed it before, so that might not be as much fun. Probably shouldn't be one that we start out with next. Spider-Man Miles Morales. It's Spider-Man. It's Miles. Miles is hot right now. Spider-Verse, phenomenal. Beat Spider-Man 1, amazing game. Gotta play Spider-Man. I gotta play Miles before I play Spider-Man 2. So, would have to stream from the PS5. Not as great, because then I can't control my audio, and it'd be nice for everybody, unless I put it through my capture card, which that would be annoying to do, because that's why the PS5 exists. So, the experience might not be as great, but it's Spider-Man. It's cool. Beyond Two Souls, I know nothing about this game other than that it has Elliot Page in it. And I think people liked it. I think it was by the people who did Detroit Become Human, Quantic Dream or whatever their name is. That guy, the French dude who makes all the like story games that are like you're supposed to have choices that are like hyper realistic. That he shoots on like a soundstage and stuff. I think it's him. God of War. The lore of God of War is huge. Shadow of the Colossus would be super fun. Alan Wake again. Prey, I put it on here because I've never played it. I know people love Prey. I don't know if there's anything there. I don't know if I would like it. I feel like I probably would. It feels like a game that I would like, but yeah. Tiny Tina's Wonderland. I don't want to play Tiny Tina's Wonderland on stream forever. That would be boring. To me, I wouldn't want to watch that. That's a game I'll play on my off time because it's fun, but I don't want to subject you to that. It's not lower libations. But I've talked enough. I have dithered enough. Let's spin this and see what we got. Okay, chat. What do we think? 1 spin? 3 spins? What are we doing? How many spins do we want? Throw out a number. And then obviously I have to, like, install the game that it chooses and everything. So I might not be playing it tonight, depending on which game it picks, and then how long it takes to install. We'll see. And if it picks PS5 game, I have to bring my PS5 in here because I'm not going to stream in my living room that has no air conditioning and is 85 to 90 degrees. No thanks. I'm good. All right, you know what? Let's do this. I have a 6-sided die. I'm going to roll this 6-sided die, and it will tell me how many times we're going to spin. Of course, we're going to spin 6 times. Cool. All right. The first game we will not be playing next is Hi-Fi Rush. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to hide that choice so it can't be chosen anymore. Like that. The second game we will not be playing is Prey. All right. Third spin. Psychonauts. Fourth. Oh, Skyrim. Okay. Skyrim. No Skyrim for now. Fifth. Spider-Man. Okay. No Spider-Man. And the final spin, the game that we will be playing next on Lore and Libations is... Hotline Miami. That was not the one that I thought it was going to fall on. Okay, Hotline Miami. Okay. I don't know how I feel about this. That was the one that I was like, I don't know if this is a good game for this. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually going to not put Hotline Miami in this. The more I think about it, the more I know about that game. It doesn't feel like Lore and Libations to me at all. I don't even really know if there's a ton of lore in it. It's just like, I mean, not there has to be a ton of lore, but like, you're just shooting bad guys in the 80s, which is cool and sick. I might stream that not in this, but I don't think it's Lore and Libations. Yeah, I don't think it is. Beyond Two Souls, okay. Alright, we're gonna play Beyond Two Souls, a game that I know basically nothing about. Cool. That'll be fun. And that's on the PS5, so I guess I gotta go get my PS5 and bring it into my room so that I can stream. Alright. Let's do this. How long to beat? Beyond Two Souls. 10.5 hours. Gotta be honest. Not what I was expecting. 10.5 to 11.5 hours. Okay. Single player adventure game that utilizes a combination of superior storytelling and gameplay mechanics and cutting-edge motion capture techniques to present a stunning adventure that is not to be missed. Came out on the PS3, in-game timeline set over several years of the player character. Came out 2015 or 2013. Okay. All right. We're going to be playing Beyond Two Souls. I know nothing about it. But let's go ahead and hide it because we've already picked it. So we're going to hide Beyond Two Souls. Is it already hidden? There it is. Hide you. And we're going to unhide everything that we just saw. So that, unhide Prey, Psychonauts, Hi-Fi, and Sky. All right. We're gonna be playing ourselves some Beyond Two Souls, so I guess I'm gonna go get that installing on my PS5, and we'll see how long that's gonna take. So, I may start it tonight, but it's almost 10 o'clock. We'll see. Either way, I will let you guys know the next time I'm gonna stream. So Beyond Two Souls is next, and we will see how it goes. We'll start it out and see what it's like.